welcome you to our academic awards and scholarship ceremony. This is a very special time for us here at the college where we recognize the achievements and successes of our students. There are many elements that go into the achievements that we're going to recognize today, and we will have an opportunity to highlight them and recognize and celebrate them as well. This starts our essentially graduation season here at the college, and it's a very exciting time, and thank you all for coming. I'd like to begin, please, if I could ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. I would like to now welcome and invite President Paul Drayton. President Drayton will give some welcome remarks. President Drayton.
Thank you, Dr. Spann. Welcome. Wow, what a tremendous crowd. I'm sure the fact that we fed you this morning has nothing to do with the fact that everyone is here, but I'm glad we were able to do that. As Dr. Spann mentioned, this is really an exciting time for the college. As he also mentioned, this is the first time that this wonderful ceremony has been held under the banner of Rowan College at Burlington County, and it's the first time that we have gathered here in Mount Laurel for our annual recognition of outstanding student achievement. This past year has been a time of great change for our college as we transform into the model of 21st century education. Our partnership with Rowan University provides students with an automatic acceptance and innovative degree paths that have reduced the cost of high-quality university degree to $25,000 total. That's not for 1 year, that's total. I'm sure that the high-achieving students in this room have seen amounts that high for a single year's tuition. We are transforming the Mount Laurel campus to serve the entire college, as well as alumni who stay here to pursue their bachelor's or master's degree. I hope you have seen our planned Student Success Center because our campus will rival any college anywhere. We are taking bold action, partly to address the affordability crisis that exists in higher education, but also to better serve high-achieving students like the ones in this room. As a supporter of one of the high-achieving students in this room, you are probably aware that we are one of the only community colleges in the nation that offers an undergraduate research program. Our students have been published in a national chemistry journal, created an online physics lab, and created a robot that could probe for life on one of Jupiter's moons. And we have recently launched an honors initiative to provide a greater challenge to students like the ones who are in this room today. The talent of our faculty and staff is a large reason why we were able to forge our Rowan University partnership. Every time I speak with Rowan University President Ali Hushman, the first word I hear is quality. Today we will hear firsthand accounts from those who are most responsible for the quality of a Rowan College of Burlington County academic offering, our faculty and our students. I can't wait to hear about the accomplishments of our students. And now I'd like to introduce someone who is very proud of our students and eager to learn more about them. Our Board of Trustees has been incredibly supportive of everything we've done over the past year. They understand our vision and what it means to our students. We are pleased to be joined this morning by one of our newer trustees, Mr. Mickey Quinn, who would like to offer congratulations on behalf of Board Chairman George Nikita and the entire board. At this point, I'd like to invite Trustee Mickey Quinn. Mickey?
Thank you, President Drayton. As the newest trustee on the board, let me say it's a pleasure to attend this event. It's incredibly gratifying to see the work you've accomplished, and I'm glad for the opportunity to be with you here this morning. These awards are significant. You and your family should be proud of the work that you've put in to be nominated by your respective departments. In looking through these nominations, it's clear that everyone here has one thing in common. You're all tremendously hardworking and driven students. Long hours of study and sacrifice have paid off in the successes that we're all seeing here today. Accolades like the ones you've received don't come lightly from the faculty who expect and push for the very best from their students. I don't know how many of you will be partaking in the commencement ceremonies next month, but for those here today who are leaving RCBC in May, these skills that brought you these honors are exactly the habits and approaches that will lead you to success beyond these walls. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I wish to say congratulations and wish you all continued success. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Quinn. Before we get started, I'd also like to recognize another VIP who's with us this morning, and that is Assemblyman Joe Howarth. We thank Assemblyman Howarth for his support of our college and our students and for being with us this morning. Thank you. We will begin now with the Health Science Awards, and Dr. Sandra Quinn will facilitate the presentation of our awards.
Hello. Good morning. And no, we're not related, if everybody's thinking that. I would really like to be related, maybe if I do my ancestry DNA somewhere along the line. But anyway, so good morning, everyone. And I am humbled to be in the presence of such wonderful students and their support people, and especially our executive staff here and the vision of our president and the support of our board. Anyway, I'm not here to give a speech, I'm here to give the awards, so let me just move on. So, I'd like to introduce Linda Hecker. She is the director of the dental hygiene program, and she has quite a few awards to give to our wonderful students.
Good morning. The first award is for someone who couldn't be here, but I do want to recognize the fact that she is graduating from dental hygiene with a 4.0 average, and that is not easy to do. So Leah Jaffe will get her award on Monday when she gets back to school. The next award that we have to give is for the Sigma Phi Alpha, and Debbie Myers will be awarding that to two worthy students.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to announce the names of the two students to be inducted into Sigma Phi Alpha, which is the Dental Hygiene National Honor Society. I would like to ask the two following students to please join me up here on the platform. Will Kelly Davis and Kristen Myers please come forward? While they're coming up here, let me just share a little bit about what the purpose and mission of this honor society is. The purpose of Sigma Phi Alpha is to recognize and honor not only just scholarship, but leadership and service among new graduates who are entering the profession of dental hygiene. These two young women were chosen from their class. They were in the top 20% of their class. And not only did they excel academically, but they showed real leadership skills and real vision for what the profession of dental hygiene should look like in the future. I'm very proud to have called myself their instructor. They have really been a wonderful asset, not only to our program, but to the profession. As I had mentioned before, they excelled very well academically. They always completed the requirements above and beyond what they were expected to do. But as very mature members of the class, they were able to extend themselves to other classmates. Dental hygiene can be very anxiety-producing. There's a lot of requirements that have to be done in a very short period of time. And these students were able to reach out to their classmates in a very mature way to assist them, to help them, to encourage them, because in many cases, some of the students were discouraged at their progress, and Kelly and Kristen were always there to lend a hand, and in some cases share their patient resources with other students so that they could all be successful and graduate from our program. So I am very proud today to announce the two new inductees into the Sigma Phi Alpha National Honor Society, and it's Kelly Davis and Kristen Myers. Sure.
Okay. Unfortunately, Samantha sadly could not be with us today, and she is the winner of our Gorenlian Student Leadership Award. She has been the president of our class for the last 2 years, and she is rewarded for all of her efforts in leading the class on different activities and community outreach for the benefit of the community. The next award is the Hugh Freedy Golden Scalar Award that goes to Danielle Day, who could also not be with us today. That award goes to the person in the class, the graduating class, who has the highest clinical average. And in addition to her skill and excellence in clinical treatment, she is also distinguished herself with a very high academic achievement as well. So the next award is the Southern New Jersey Dental Hygienists Association Award for Excellence in Communication. And Rebecca Pugh will be giving that award, and she is the Executive Director of the New Jersey Dental Hygiene Association.
Good morning. This award is going to be presented to Christine Newton. Could you come forward? Congratulations, Christine, as you begin the transition from student to professional. This award is given to a graduating senior who demonstrates leadership skills and excellent communication abilities. Know that the profession looks forward to your continued leadership, whether increasing access to dental hygiene care, teaching others the importance of oral health, or researching new ways to share the word on the latest developments of the profession. You can lead the way. Whether providing oral cancer exams, preventing cavities in children, or curing the world of periodontal disease, although that will take you longer than you think, you can lead the way. Whether serving as editor for the Southern New Jersey Dental Hygienists Association, webmaster for the New Jersey Dental Hygienists Association, or president of the American Dental Hygienists Association, the sky's the limit and you will lead the way. So again, we welcome you into the profession. Thank you.
And the next award is the Southern New Jersey Dental Society Award, which goes to Lauren Moscaggiore. Lauren has distinguished herself academically as well as clinically, and the Southern New Jersey Dental Society awards a check to a student who demonstrates clinical and academic excellence while exhibiting ethical standards and a commitment to teamwork. I tease Lauren and call her the wanderer, but she does wander around the clinic and help whoever happens to need it at whatever task they happen to be doing. And always ready, willing, and able to help out with a smile. And her son is here today, so in spite of her obligations to her family, she has distinguished herself as an excellent student. And the check is for $500. The Delta Dental Scholarships go to students who have distinguished themselves as high-achieving students, and it's from a foundation from the Delta Dental Foundation of New Jersey, and they have been very generous to our program. They have donated money and equipment to help us get our program started, in addition to which every year they have donated money towards student scholarships. They donate money also to help us defray the cost of Give Kids a Smile Day, which is a one-day free access to dental care that we provide every year and enjoy doing. So I would ask that Harshali Bajwa, Tawana Gayflor, Devin Groach, and Valerie Soto please come forward. The scholarship amount donated by Delta Dental this year was $8,000, so each of you will be receiving a check for $1,000 now. If you keep your GPA above 3.0, you get another $1,000 in the fall. Congratulations.
I have the pleasure of presenting the next award, and the award is the Althea E. Albert Nursing Award. And Althea Albert was the founding member or founder of actually the nursing program here at the college. And this award goes to Daniel McDonald. See here? And you'll notice Daniel's a little different than our other students because he happens to be a male. And we appreciate that. So if anybody has any male people in their family that would like to be nurses, we would certainly welcome them into our program. So congratulations.
Thank you.
The next award is the Diagnostic Medical Sonography Award, and this goes to Courtney Scaffa. Is Courtney here? Oh, there she is. Courtney's an excellent student. She's an advocate for her patients. She works very hard. She participates in the DSM club, and she's a role model for her classmates. Now I'd like to introduce Susan Scully, who will present the next couple of awards.
Good morning, everybody. This year, the Health Information Technology Department has two exceptional students that are receiving their awards. The first is Darlene Turnage. Darlene's completed 102 credits at Rowan College at Burlington County and still maintains a 4.0 GPA. She was accepted into the HIT program in the spring of 2012 and completed the coding certificate program. In 2013, the HIT department was contacted by ChristianaCare in Delaware in asking for help to try to fill some of their vacant coding positions. Darlene accepted one of those positions and traveled 150 miles round trip every day, working full-time, and still completed the HIT program. She sat for her credentialing exam in 2014 and passed, and then took a job at Virtua, much closer to home, but still working towards her degree. And she's doing very well. She's had amazing experiences in her life. She was an Air Force wife for 22 years, raised 4 children, and has traveled all over the world. And she tackled all of those challenges with an open mind and enthusiasm. And the HIM profession is an ever-changing world, changes every year, everything changes. And she has shown great enthusiasm and dedication and strength, and I know she's going to do great in this profession. One day she'll be standing in my place as president of NJHIMA, and it is my great pleasure to award Darlene the academic award. The second student is Kathy Boyd. Kathy also maintains a 4.0 GPA, is a member of Phi Theta Kappa. She also started in 2009 with our coding certificate program and then changed to continue on in the Health Information Technology program. Kathy has shown remarkable strength. During her very first semester at RCBC, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And during that time, she continued to take her classes, going through treatment, and did obviously a 4.0 exceptional. She never missed a beat. Her instructor said she did everything she was supposed to do without extension or complaint. She decided to continue on and get her associate's degree. But she wanted to specialize, and because of her diagnosis and both of her parents deceased due to cancer, she decided to specialize in cancer registry. And as she continued taking classes at BCC in the evening, she took a job as a cancer registrar at AtlantiCare. And she achieved her goal of getting a credential in certified tumor registry in 2014. And now, in 2016, she's getting her RHIT. She sat for her credentialing exam on Tuesday and passed, so I'm thrilled, the first one in this graduating class. Her guest here today was one of her classmates who sat for her exam on Thursday and passed, so I'm very excited. Because they both work and live down towards the shore, they became study partners, and they've done pretty much everything together in the program, and it was just wonderful to see. So it is my great pleasure. Oh, also Kathy has received not only foundation scholarships, but she received an award by our association called the Kathleen Frawley Memorial Scholarship Award last year. Which was a thrill for me to see because Kathleen Frawley was my mentor when I was going through the program and as I came up in HIM. So it is a huge honor for me to present her with the academic award. And you can figure it out.
The The next award goes to Simon Rubin. Simon could not be here today, but he is receiving the Hearing Instruments Science Award. And you're probably looking at me wondering what that is. And hearing instrument science is a science that helps fit people with the right hearing aids. And it's an up-and-coming field. So next, I'd like to introduce Bryna Cedar, who will present the next award.
Good morning. I would like to ask Gia Angelina McCarthy to join me up here on stage. Gia, I am going to be talking about you, so please come on up. Gia is the 2016 recipient of the Human Services Academic Award. I have loved having Gia as a student. Not only is Gia academically gifted, she's a member of Phi Theta Kappa. She made the Dean's List every semester, but Gia is truly passionate about issues of social justice. She has volunteered her time at Contact of Burlington County, helping people in crisis. She completed her field placement at Crossroads Programs, where she worked with homeless, abandoned, and abused children. Gia was president of the Human Services Club, where she led the club to complete many community service projects, including the donation of 6 Thanksgiving baskets to RCBC families. Gia is a member of our Kiva Lending Team, where she works to eradicate poverty throughout the world. I am thrilled that Gia is continuing on to study social work at Rutgers. She will be completing her bachelor's degree there, and I'm sure she's going to also get her master's degree in social work, because we really need Gia Angelina in our profession. For excellence in the field of human services, it is my honor and privilege to present the 2016 Academic Award in Human Services to Gia Angelina McCarthy.
The next award is a nursing award, and this goes to Brittany Eady. Brittany happens to have the highest GPA in the program, and that's no easy feat. She has excellent clinical skills, and she has great critical thinking abilities, which are all needed in the profession of nursing. So congratulations. Okay, the next nursing award goes to Susan Sackett. Susan also has one of the highest GPAs in the program. She's very compassionate and professional in her interactions with staff and patients in the hospital. And she is inquisitive and conscientious, which are great values for nurses, so, who happen to be one of the highest professions in the country as far as values go. So congratulations. The next award is the Radiography Award, and I'd like to have Pamela Joseph come up and present the award.
would Robert Griffin come up, please? Robert has been on the Dean's List from 2012 to 2015. He was the winner of the Emma Wolf Radiography Student B last year, and is a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, and is a member of the Lambda Nu Honor Society for Radiologic Imaging Sciences. Robert plans on expanding his knowledge base in radiography, and he will be attending the computed tomography program here at Rowan College at Burlington County in the fall. I would like to present Robert with the Academic Award for Radiography. Oh, I love pictures.
Congratulations to all of our Health Science Award recipients. I would like to now invite Dean Donna Vandergrift, Dean of our Liberal Arts Division, and she will facilitate the awarding of the Liberal Arts Awards.
Thank you, Dr. Spang. Congratulations to all the award winners. I would like to first ask Professor Charles O'Gorman to come up to present some accounting awards.
Just some background on the accounting profession itself. Right now, we have a shortage of CPAs. We also, as a country, have a shortage of accountants. We also have a shortage of accounting students, and within the realm of the accounting students, we also have a shortage of students who can actually perform to the level that the students that we do have can get to. So to be able to get to the level that these three students got to, very important. A lot of accounting students who even wanted to be in accounting don't make it. So they end up switching to something else. These three students not only made it, but did very well. I made sure that I spoke to other professors, I spoke to some of the adjuncts to see or to hear about these students and to go beyond just numbers. One of the problems with the profession is that we need students, we need accountants, we need CPAs who also have people skills. They can be team players, they can be leaders. All three of these have those skills as well. The first is Kim Gordon. Kim Gordon is one of my students. I had her in several different classes. She actually came to class early, had a lot of questions. She's one of those students where it's nice to have her in the classroom, but she also makes me go and do my homework because now she's asking so many questions, I have to come back and find answers for her. Kim unfortunately couldn't be here this morning. Okay, so Kim Gordon was the recipient of the Accounting Award. Next student, Kimberly Mayer. Again, here's a student who not only did very well with her grades, she again showed leadership, teamwork, and the same with Kim. When other students in the class had an issue or a problem, they looked to this student, they looked to Kim for help. So unfortunately, we might not have a lot of students who, love accounting, but these few students, the two I've already spoken about and the next one, went beyond where they actually became tutors in the classroom, which makes my life a lot easier because when I'm helping one student, I can't help all. And this is a classroom environment where I am constantly like a bee to the flowers trying to help the other students. The third is here today. This is the accounting technology. Ann Walker, please. I've heard so many good things about Ann. Never had her as a student, but when I spoke to the other professors, all of them said the same thing. Here's a student who is accomplished in accounting, whose grades are very good, the highest within her grouping, right? She also can be and was a team leader. She's somebody that the other students looked forward to meet with, to ask for help. She showed up to class, which is kind of nice. She did all of her work. So we're really happy to have these 3 students become accountants. So I feel like I'm doing my work in that I'm trying to shuffle them through. And today, 3 really excellent students, and I have to say, very, very good job.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So even though Professor O'Gorman hasn't had Anne in class, I have, and she is everything that Professor O'Gorman stated about her. She's wonderful. The next award goes to an American Sign Language student, Christina Brown. Christina, could you come up? And although she's getting an award in American Sign Language, I've also had her as a student, and I'm very happy to be able to give her this award. So her professor, Elias Papias, has given her this award, and let me tell you a little bit about her. In every academic environment, Christina has presented herself to be an excellent student, and I know this for a fact. She has involved herself in many extracurricular activity, but her greatest contribution to RCBC has been reestablishing the ASL Club. She has been active in the deaf community, partially because of some family members that she has. She has attended many events, and all of these experiences together will help her greatly when she becomes an ASL interpreter. Congratulations. I would like to now ask Professor Elizabeth Kerr to come up to give the Business Administration Award.
Good morning, everyone. What an exciting day, right? I would like to call Anthony Ellis up. I am very excited to call Anthony Ellis up. Let me give you a little bit of background. The first time that I got to informally meet Anthony was during an observation for one of our great adjuncts here at the college. So I got there early, and sure enough, there's Anthony sitting in the classroom. So the class starts, and I found myself observing Anthony more than I was observing the adjunct that I was there to observe. He was amazing, interactive, and then one day there he was in my management class. And then the next day, here we are, presenting a great award to this great person. So let me say a little bit about Anthony. It really is my privilege to have had him as a student. He's excelled in every class that I teach: microeconomics, macroeconomics, and most importantly, management. I can say without hesitation, he truly has been one of my best students. He's highly intelligent, very tenacious, focused, dedicated, and positive, and a man of great character. He took on the role of team leader in every class. Even if he didn't have the official title, he was always the emergent leader. And he was able to organize teams of 4, 5, 6 students at a time and bring them towards success, doing research papers and presentations. He applied leadership skills in rallying every team and every person in a classroom that he was in with truly towards success. There was never a class that he attended that he didn't walk in that door and leave very positive and enthusiastic about his education. He consistently exhibited constancy to purpose. As a non-traditional age student, he brought so much to the table. He was able to share with the students not just what the textbook had to say, but how to take that theory and interpret it into real-life frames of reference. He could talk to them about the soft skills that were necessary to succeed in the world. So without hesitation, I am certain that Anthony will be successful in anything that he pursues in life. He clearly has earned this award. Congratulations. Oh, let's not forget this.
I would now like to invite Brooke Myatt to the stage to award the Communication Arts Award.
Thank you. Will Patrick Cagle please come to the podium? I have to say my Monday morning class in the fall will not be the same without you, Patrick, coming in extremely excited and ready to work. He's extremely passionate about his coursework in our Entertainment Technologies and Communication Arts program. I love engaging in our classroom discussions, and he always has a unique insight on film screenings and knows more film trivia than I think anyone I know. My Netflix queue, I think, has tripled since I've met Patrick. He shared with me some of his favorites, and having someone so special like Patrick in my class, he wants to be in the film industry, and he wants to use his knowledge to help those who are struggling with disabilities and mental illnesses. And I hope he has all his dreams come true, and I know he's looking into pursuing that at our partner, Rowan University. So congratulations, Patrick, and this is the award for Communication Arts to Patrick Cagle. Thank you so much.
To present the Criminal Justice Award is Professor Deb Dreisbeck.
Chantal. Good morning. As Donna said, I am a professor in criminal justice, and I have the pleasure of having Chantal Higman in my class. I have her this semester for criminal investigations, and while criminal investigations might not be for everybody, for example, this semester I had students sketch a crime scene and actually was lucky enough to have a body simulator from the nursing department to use as a dead body, and they sketched the crime scene with fake guns and fake knives. We've written criminal reports. We're talking about death investigations now in rigor mortis. And Chantal has excelled in this class. When I first met Chantal, she ran to the back of the room. She has the very last seat in the back in the corner. And I was like, the person that runs to that seat, you wonder. She's very quiet in the classroom, but when there needs to be an answer or when there needs to be some insight to a question, Chantal is a person that I go to because I know that I'm going to get an answer that is worthy of the discussion. So let me tell you a little bit about Chantal. Chantal is an excellent student, and she brings maturity and quiet determination. She is quiet in the classroom, but is a very good student. She is passionate, and she helps the other students in the class to make sure that they understand the material as well. She recently started a local charity collecting backpacks and school supplies for families in need, and she has donated, sorted, and distributed donations for Operation Christmas Child, which sends shoe boxes of gifts to children in need overseas. She has also worked with the Burlington County Canine Search and Rescue Team, and she volunteers at Shawnee Baptist Church. So I'm very proud to present the Criminal Justice Award to Chantal Higman.
Thank you, Professor Dreisbach. It is my unique honor this year to be able to give the Dean's Award. So could I ask Autumn Paz to please come up? Autumn is a unique and gifted woman. I met her about 1.5 years ago. She was sitting in my class right up front, right near my desk, and she was quiet and thoughtful, but she would always draw, most frequently flowers. So while she did great in the class, it was really kind of hard to truly understand what type of a student she was and who she was as a person because she was so quiet. I've had the opportunity to have her in 2 more classes this past year, and I truly found out who she was. As I said, she quietly listens in class, but when she does contribute, she shows this unique and mature perspective, and she shares remarkable insight. She has this ability to look at the theories that we're talking about in class and to apply them in ways that even I haven't thought about. I am extremely privileged to be able to give her this award, but I'm also privileged to have met her. The class that I have her in has a stage in it and a board that is kind of high. On Wednesday, I went to the class and the stage was missing. We found it. And I had to write on the board like this because I am so short. Hopefully I can get the stage back. Thank you. Appreciate that. I also have the privilege today of presenting the Education Award to Olivia Ponabianco. If she could come up. This award was given to her by Dr. Erica Osmond. While attending RCBC, Olivia has defined herself as a skillful and knowledgeable academic. With a high GPA and a wonderful focus on self-improvement, Olivia presents herself with self-awareness and confidence in her work and her professional goals. I'm very pleased to give her the award for education. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Erica Balt to present the English Award.
Good morning. Hi. Elias Carrero couldn't be here today, but he is receiving the English Award not only for his academic success, but also for his contributions to the college community. He donated a lot of his time to our ESL students, helping them with their conversation practice, and also to prepare for the very tough, very scary TOEFL exam. So for all of those things combined, we will make sure that he gets this award. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ball. Now I would like to invite Professor Jamie Judge to the platform to present the History Award.
Okay, so having studied history for a long time, I can tell you that those who make history are rarely bored. They're usually very self-motivated individuals, people who have many projects on their table all at the same time. And I think Brendan Blackmeyer absolutely fits that mold. You look at the many accomplishments that Brandon has made here while at RCBC. He has deftly balanced his work, his family life, a social life. He has earned 6 associate degrees. He plays in and writes music for his band Volts, is a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, all while maintaining a 3.99 GPA. Obviously, this is a very hardworking individual, somebody who I have no doubt is going to be very, very successful as he continues his educational career at Rowan University. Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge. Next, Professor Chris Gazzara will present both the Journalism and the Liberal Arts Award.
Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. I'm pleased to present the Journalism Academic Award to Steve Olszewski, who's currently in my English 252 semantics class. Just a few points to emphasize about Steve. He's what I can only call an elbow grease student who gives trust but expects trust. He has no pretensions. In my semantics class, he moves seamlessly between talk of intense concepts like conceptual meaning, semantic features, and semantic roles, and T conditions, and also professional wrestling in the Phillies starting rotation. He's one of the few students I've come across who understands that in addition to the course adapting to fit him, he also must adapt to fit the course. And it's it's Piaget. When it works, it's really magical. He does so with a calm, confident demeanor that makes him a dependable classmate, and one of those rare students whose ideas I've had the privilege to guide. So I'm pleased to present this to Steve. Benjamin Wilson, could you please come to the stage? Now, what stands out about Ben is how he listens to hear and not to respond. In my English 102 class last fall, I can recall many a time catching his face absorb a point or drink in a concept. When he speaks, then, it's usually a piercingly informed, nuanced analysis that's mixed with ruthless interrogation. These are skills to me that are essential and the ingredients of a prime communicator. And it surprises me very little that he aims for a career behind the film camera as a director. So, Ben, all of my wishes for success.
Next, Professor Ken Mariano will present the Political Science Award.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is my pleasure this year to nominate another outstanding political science student for the third year in a row. This year's recipient is Michael Picardi. So, Mr. Picardi. Michael is a student that I will remember for a very long time. I had him in several of my classes, and the one thing that I noticed about him is that he is a hard worker, and he will never settle for less than the best. His work ethic is noticed. On February 26 of 2015, Mr. Greg Volpe and Dr. David Spang asked me to ask 3 students to accompany them down at Student Lobbying Day. One of the first students I had in mind was Michael Picardi. This group of high-caliber students accompanied Mr. Volpe, Dr. Spang, and I in Trenton on March 9th of 2015 to represent the college to elected officials. Michael is a graduate of RCBC, or back then BCC, and is now pursuing his dream of becoming a lawyer at Rutgers University. Recently, we reconnected because he needed a reference for employment. Coincidentally, he was nominated for this year's Political Science Award. At Rutgers, he is still showing that work ethic that I've seen in him here in class. He's running for Rutgers SGA Vice President. He has flooded the Rutgers campus with Picardy for SGA Vice President signs. He's holding rallies. He is passing out buttons, and flyers. Again, he is going for it all. I can go on and on about Michael, but I don't have time. What I can say about him is that he has a very bright future in front of him. Here is a quote that I would like to read to everyone, and specifically to Michael because he's already graduated. Dear past, thanks for the lessons. Dear future, I'm ready. Believe me, I know Michael, and he's ready. Congratulations.
Dr. Elizabeth Levirtue will present the Psychology and Sociology Awards.
We dressed alike. We got that today. We've done that before, actually. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. Yes, I brought some colorful flowers. I'd like to bring Christine Liddy up with me, because now it's time to have some tears. Okay. When people ask me outside of the college campus, how many children do I have, I actually turn around and say, a little over 200, and then they walk away and scratch their head, which I actually have just one. But as a faculty member here, we have many students, and they become not just our students, but they actually become part of, I consider, our family. And I like to consider a lot of them that we take under our wings, as we would our children as well. And many stand out, and what happens is several in particular leave, and we get very upset because they become definitely a part of our life. And one of them happens to be Christine Liddy. I met Christine 2 years ago when she attended my Psychology 101 class. She sat right up front. She was the first one there with her notebooks open and ready to go, even before I started the class. Christine has been a diligent, motivated student, eager to learn. Christine then continued to come into my next semester and attend another psychology course with me. Then the next semester, she continued. So I've had Christine for many classes, including abnormal psychology, social psychology, educational, and it's just been a pleasure to have her in my classes. Christine is a team player, highly motivated. Whenever there's critical thinking questions, and many come up in psychology, Christine is always the first one to raise her hand. Sometimes I have to say, hold on, while we let others think for a moment. She comes in with many things from the outside world. And in psychology discipline, one of the many characteristics include a lot of deep critical thinking in the field. And Christine brings that to the class. And I also want to thank Christine because the other day I learned something new from her in social psychology, that lizards are asexual. Thank you for that. So I had to go home and actually search this out on the computer to see if she was right. Yes, we have many topics that we discuss. Many people go into the field of psychology and they think, oh, it's going to be such a breeze. But in reality, psychology takes hard work, a lot of discipline, and highly motivated skills. It's kind of comparable to statistics. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. So, getting back to Christine, Christine has been the president of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, also president of the Psychology Club. Also, she's made Dean List every semester. So, it's just been a pleasure knowing you. We've gotten to know one another. She's actually been several times helping me when I needed her to come in and monitor my large lectures in classes, hand out tests. She's very reliable. Anytime you've asked her to attend any kind of conference or help students out that need things, she's always the first one there to help. I actually am going to miss her so much. I'm going to hold back here. She's leaving to continue with her master's in psychology and her doctoral degree, hoping to work in the profession. And I know she will be successful in everything that she does. She's going to continue on to Stockton. I've tried to get her to stay at Rowan. So she's going to continue there with her degree. When asked the other day to fill out an application for her, there was a question on there asking, what are the first words that you can think of that come to your mind when you describe Christine? And I filled up the page. I could not stop between being diligent, friendly, caring, sincere, honest. The list just goes on. Okay, stop crying. So I hope that you do continue to stay in touch with us. I know you will, because when I got here today, you told me that you were out for my job, that you wanted to come back here and teach psychology. And I know that we would definitely open our doors to you at any time. So I am honored and privileged to have known you. And I want to also give you these colorful flowers that every day of your life should be filled with colors. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to stay up here so you can listen to more of me. The next award I like to give is to Howard Bolden. So Howard, please come on up. Howard, it is so nice to see you. This award is in the area of sociology. You were nominated by January Now, not to mention many other professors here as well, because you and I have had the privilege of having a class together as well about 2 years ago. Howard, I'm sorry I didn't bring you flowers. I feel bad, but I thought you were okay with that. Okay. Howard has been a highly diligent, motivated student that is a team player. When I first met Howard in one of my psychology courses, Howard also sat right up front, ready to work. Anytime critical thinking questions were asked, he was the first one to go ahead and raise his hand. Hardworking, very successful. Howard has a strong GPA, excellent communication skills. His ability to use critical thinking in his courses and in relation to this discipline in what he is studying. We need more people like you to enter the field of sociology. We are trying to have that discipline grow just like psychology. Howard has compassion and wants to work in the field of sociology to apply his empathy to oppressed populations to gain them justice in society. I have had the privilege and honor of working with you, and I have to say, you're an outstanding individual and a role model to many. I am honored to give this award to you.
Congratulations to all of our award recipients. Next up will be our Associate Dean of our STEM Division, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, and that will be Dr. Elizabeth Price, who will facilitate the awards.
Good morning, everyone. Before I start and introduce each of the presenters, I just want to give a shout out to the faculty, especially in STEM. As they give their awards out, everyone has that same relationship with their students. And I know, not minimizing the students and the hard work and diligence for receiving the award today, but in some part of it is the faculty just bonding with you and helping you get to that position. So we'll start with Kate Milani, who will be giving out the Biology Award.
Hello, good morning. So I'm giving the Biology Award today to Manveer Pandir. So he is one of our outstanding students in biology. He is graduating with a 4.0 GPA. And in biology, to graduate with an associate's, you need to take organic chemistry, high-level math. So we're very proud and impressed. And Manveer is also participating in our undergraduate research program. He'll be presenting his research next Friday at our poster symposium. And he did research this semester on the chemical decomposition of over-the-counter medications. So we're very impressed. We are hoping for big things for him in the future. So proud. So please join me in congratulating him and receiving the Biology Department Award. So thank you. So should I just? Yes. All right. So I'm also presenting the Biotechnology Award this semester to Takashwari Kamal. Takashwari, I know you're out there. Thank you. So Takashwari also has an extremely high GPA. She is very bright and dedicated to her studies. So even though she's graduating with an associate's in biology, the reason why I selected her for the Biotechnology Award is that she's also taken microbiology, computer science. She just has a very rigorous, has had a very rigorous course load, as many of the students here today have had. She also is participating in our undergraduate research program, presenting next Friday. Not that I'm plugging it or anything, but you guys should all go. It's very good. But so her research focused on measuring the kinetics of different chemical reactions in the laboratory with various equipment. We're looking forward to hearing her talk. I had her for my microbiology course. She's extremely poised, well-spoken, in addition to being just very intelligent. So I'm honored to give her this award, again, hoping for tremendous things for her in the future. I'm looking forward to see what she has to bring us. So thank you so much, and
I'd like to have Thomas Hauk come to the podium to present the Computer Information System Award. Thomas?
I'm going to do something a little different than everybody else has done. I've taught here for many years, and I'm going to present this award to a student that I did not have. So I probably need to justify why I'm doing this. We're giving out a list of students that can qualify for this award, and Abdul Torre's name was on the list. Come on down. And the full-time professor that was teaching that program left to pursue a job elsewhere. And I thought, why should this student not get an award? He was, qualified to get it, and I know the student. And one of the reasons why I know the student is that he worked in the AV department. And one thing I can tell you, if you have a problem with a cell phone, always go to a student. And so I lost my backup of all the phone numbers, so I went to the best. I went to Abdul. He recovered all the information for me. He's also written several phone apps, so he's more than qualified. This was left out, but I've practiced this, so I hope I get this right. Abdul is from Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, Africa. Did I get it right? He's been interested in computers even at a very early age. He earned A's in all his computer-related classes. He has a high GPA. He worked as an IT tech at RCBC. And every time I see him, he's always working hard on his homework, or he's also fixing laptops for his fellow students. And I mean, parts all over the place, the tiniest of screws, and has them all labeled. And you've always gotten them back together, right? Okay. He's also helped me out. I have a fundamentals of engineering design, and sometimes I need a judge, and he's been my backup judge. So it's with also a couple other things. He's in the International Student Club, a member of Phi Theta Kappa. In his free time, he likes to write programming languages or write new programs. And he plans to go to RCBC to get the bachelor's degree in computer information systems. So it's with great pleasure that I give you this award.
Dr. Stefan Harad will present the Computer Science Award.
Good morning. It's Stephen, but it's spelled with a PH so everybody gets it wrong. Is Jacob Carpenter here this morning? Yeah. Yay! Come on up, Jacob. In regard to Tom's last statement on Abdul, Abdul is one of my students, and again, one of my favorite students. He's an excellent student, computer science, covered databases, computer languages, computer science programming, extremely good. And speaking of extremely good, Jacob Carpenter. Jacob's taking courses, almost as many as I teach. He's overloaded. He does the UGR program. He's an exceptional student, always in attendance. Usually he's in the classroom when I get there in the morning, and when I have a 6 o'clock class in the evening, he's still there. I often think he sleeps under the desk, only because he's there as many times as I see him. The only difference I see with him is when he moves from one side of the room in the back to the other side of the room in the back. Aside from that, there's nothing I could not say about him. He's one of the best students I've ever had, and I'm sure he's going to continue on and do exceptional things in his life. I really congratulate you on this, and it's a pleasure for me to honor you with this award. Thanks, Jacob.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I was going to say Steve, but no.
That's close enough.
Okay. Christopher Simber will be giving out another Computer Science Award. Christopher Simber? Chris Simber?
I guess Stephen will have to do it.
The next, Christopher had nominated Trevor Waite. Is Trevor here? Trevor is an outstanding student and maintains very high A in his courses. He achieves this by working hard and studying, submitting homework, labs, project assignments on time, and they were exceptional too, that says, which is awesome, and participating in class. He's always prepared for the next lesson and new methods that would be introduced and frequently assists other students during the lab time. He is self-motivated, diligent, responsible, and willing to apply himself as needed to achieve his goals. Congratulations. I'll have Eric Pankos present the next award on computer servicing and networking technology.
Thank you, Liz. Good morning. The award in computer servicing and network technology is going to Matthew Smith. Unfortunately, Matthew couldn't join us today, but I would like to say a few words about his performance in the classroom. He is a conscientious student. He applies himself and completes all of his assignments, and he always asks questions, and the other students in the class always benefit from the questions that Matthew asks. Even if they don't ask them, they always learn from them. And he's a fine student, and he's certainly worthy of this academic award, and I wish him the best in his future endeavors. Thank you.
The Core Tech Solutions Chemistry Award will be presented by Dr. Laura Stewart.
Hello, everyone. The Core Tech Solutions Award is given to a student who majors in chemistry. The student has to have had excelled in both general chemistry and organic chemistry and have an overall high GPA. This year, Randy Jefferson was selected as the recipient of this award. I had the pleasure of working with Randy in both of my general chemistry courses, the lecture and the lab. She excelled at both the theory and the hands-on aspects of chemistry. Randy will major in biochemistry when she transfers to a four-year school in the fall of 2017. After she graduates from RCBC this spring, she will seize the opportunity to travel abroad to Europe for the next year, returning for the fall of 2017.
Neither Chef Patricia DeGeorge or Margaret Durkin are present today, but just to say a few words, Maggie is an outstanding student in the culinary program. In addition to being a double major, she is also teaching assistant and lending her skills to the other students in the class. She gains more skills while working at ShopRite while maintaining a high GPA. She will continue her education at Johnson & Wales, and we expect many good things to come from Maggie. We'll make sure that she gets her award. The next presenter is Eric Pankos, presenting the Electronics Engineering Technology Award.
Thank you, Liz. I know Bruno's here. I saw him this morning. The award in Electronics Engineering Technology this year goes to Bruno Cataspati. Bruno's an excellent student. He applies himself wholeheartedly. performs very well in his classes. He always completed his assignments on time when he was in my classes. He understands the concepts well, and he is certainly worthy of this academic award. I've spoken to some other professors who have also had Bruno, and the words that come up consistently are hardworking and tenacious. So I would like to wish Bruno well in his future educational objectives and success in the workplace. Bruno?
Thomas Houck will be joining us again to present the Engineering Award.
I'd like to call Dale Smith up. One thing I'd like to say about Dale Smith, he can't get enough of this place. He has already received an AAS degree in electronics engineering technology, and today I'm presenting the award for Associate of Science in Engineering, so he'll have 2 degrees from BCC. He has one of the highest GPAs in the engineering program, and he's had A's in all of my classes. He also asks, as many other professors have indicated of students, very inquisitive questions, but there is kind of an exception with Dale. He asked me questions on vacuum tubes, and I've mentioned this before, and since I'm kind of an old timer, thank God, I'm able to answer those questions, usually. Anyway, he has hobbies of repairing guitars and effect pedals, and because of this vacuum tube interest, I want you to stay in contact with me. Because I have some old vacuum tube stuff, and I was going to will it to you. I have some televisions that predate World War II, and these televisions have Channel 1 on them. If you've ever wondered what happened to Channel 1, it became a radio, an aircraft radio frequency. And so that's why all televisions today start with Channel 2. Some other relevant activities, information, and I'm always amused by this. One of his hobbies is doing homework. He has a Firebird, which I believe he still has, because I remember it had black primer paint on it, and I saw this Firebird driving through Mount Holly, and it still has the primer on it. So I guess he's had that a long time. So he plans to attend RCBC and get the Bachelor of Science in Electrical and Computer Engineering and pursue his degree as electrical engineer. So it's with great honor that I present you this award.
Lisa Steinberg will be presenting 2 of the Fashion Design Awards. And while she's coming up, I'm putting a plug in for the fashion show, which will be May 6th, Friday evening in Mount Holly. So.
I'm actually going to invite both students up. Since I'm so honored to give the 2 awards, there was no way I can have chosen one without the other. So Insia Malik and Kian Kwan come up together. They're dear friends. So I'm so proud to have you both come up on stage together. I'm going to talk about Insia first. So it's a little red Matchbox car that came to my mind when I think of Insia Malik. Last year, on a hot summer day in late August, I was waiting to meet a new student in the sewing lab when a little red car zoomed past me, followed by a little boy of 2 years old. He's here tonight. And a very apologetic mom. The look of worry was on the mom's face, but once we settled her little boy in his little toy car, we began a conversation that started an incredible journey for both of us. The charm of her young son impressed me, but he also told the story of Insia's 2-year absence from RCBC. With a new determination and excitement to finally complete the second part of her 2-year studies, we discussed the best path for mom and student. Insia had many doubts that she did not originally share with me. Her secret was to see if she could handle a full load without dropping out. She only shared her secret with me recently, and it was one worth sharing. Insia proved more that she can complete and finish her workload. She finished all of her fashion design courses with A's, and with each A that she earned, she moved closer to reaching her secret. As her teacher, I have shared her journey, and along the way, we have gotten to know an incredibly talented, sharing, and intelligent woman. Her classmates feel the same about her, and she created study groups, which I found out very late in the semester. She encourages and she shares her enthusiasm for each of them to achieve greatness. And I'm forever grateful for you for creating this student network. As the vice president of the Fashion Club, Insia ran many fundraisers, including creating cosmetic bags at holiday time for a battered women's shelter. She recently created a handbag that was juried into the Power of the Purse, a fundraiser event for the American Red Cross that we will get to watch the bidding on May 5th. This fall, a young mom and a confident student will enter the final portion of her education at Philadelphia University, where she will complete her degree in fashion design. It is a new journey for you, Insia, and I wish you one filled with excellent challenges and success. My next student, Keen Kwan, and I hope you don't mind, this one's going to be just a little bit longer. I've known her a little bit longer, too. So I sat down with Keen in the sewing lab one afternoon this past January to help her with an essay she was writing for Parsons School of Design. I'd already worked closely with her on 3 rigorous creative challenges that took her 7 months to complete. The creative part, while demanding, was much easier than the writing part. And since she asked me, I said, this particular area, it's not my field of expertise, so I was worried I was not be able to be helpful as I was with the creative portion. But I read her rough drafts, and I knew she needed to tell a deeper, honest story about herself. And that afternoon, I decided to interview her. And this is interview her, and it is this ordinary yet miraculous story that I want to share with you today. For one moment in her young life in Korea, Keen thought about becoming an artist. She wanted to study at an art institute, but her dreams for this were shortly crushed. She left her dreams behind. She locked her creativity all through her middle school and high school years, and she had little interest in subjects offered in school. And she decided that she would not go to college for the same reasons. One day, while shopping, she unexpectedly found a book on American youth fashion. She secretly bought the book, and each time she opened it, her dreams of art and creativity came fluttering back. Keen spent her afternoons in a church after-school program, and it is here that this extraordinary story changes to a miraculous one. One afternoon, a missionary worker came to speak to the young adults about their plans for the future, and Keen was asked what type of work she would choose if she could make a positive impact on another life. The next day, Ian gave the missionary worker her answer. She said she wanted to be a fashion designer, because then she could help people. So when she first told me this, I wasn't sure if she understood the missionary's worker's question, but the missionary worker understood her answer. She was told to follow her dreams, and this would lead her to a happy life. And a happy life would be one Kean would want to share with others. And in this way, she would create a positive impact on another life. She took the missionary worker's advice and enrolled in a community college in Korea that had a fashion design program. But quickly soon, her family had heard news that they could start a new life in the United States. New Jersey was the chosen state, but it was Kean that chose exactly what part of New Jersey her family would move to. She spent her days researching community colleges that had fashion design programs. And it's this right now today is her story and how I got to meet her because she came to RCBC. Within 2 short years, she made up for lost time. Her amazing fashion illustrations were chosen for the fashion show invitation and large backdrop posters. She created a tote bag that was inspired by lost family members being reunited, and it was chosen to be auctioned at the American Red Cross Power of the Purse charity event. Her drive for excellent grades, and her flexibility to be patient during creative challenges has been a constant reminder to me of how fortunate our paths have crossed. She's the president of the Fashion Club and endlessly volunteers her time to the fashion department. And on May 6th, we'll see her 5-piece collection, which she is working on right after this award program for the annual fashion show. It'll be hard for me to see her leave as she continues to follow her chosen path. We're both waiting patiently for a letter from Parsons with positive news. Either way, we know she's going to be well on her way to becoming a fashion designer. Congratulations, Kean.
Neither the presenter or the recipient is here today, so to say a few words, the Graphic Design Academic Award goes to Daniel Brown. It is said by his interest and passion that he has for his work is displayed in the projects that he does in graphics design and digital media. He not only is pushing the limits in his own work, but he also assists other classmates in their work. Tiffany enjoys watching his ideas come to reality in his work, and Emmy will make sure that he gets his award. Jonathan Weisbrod will present the Mathematics Award.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to present the Mathematics Award to Scott Harmon. And Scott, I'd like you to come on up here. I first met Scott about 1.5 years ago, and I actually heard of him before I met him from his previous mathematics instructors. They told me he was an excellent calculus student. The reason I was hearing about him has to do with the competition that really led me into pushing Scott toward being my recommendation. The competition that we've participated in the last 5 years is the New Jersey Undergraduate Mathematics Competition. It involves 2-year colleges and 4-year colleges. Scott participated in 2015, and that was part of my basis for my recommendation for him. But since we had to submit our recommendations before 2016, so I'd like to give you that information now. Scott participated last week in the competition, and not only did his team reach the top 10 out of 32 teams, including both 2- and 4-year colleges, Scott himself ranked number 11th out of 95 students. So ranking number 11th means that among students from research institutions like Rutgers, NJIT, Rowan, and colleges like TCNJ and Stockton, Scott was right up at the top along with many of the students that are in their juniors and senior years. In class, Scott was also a phenomenal student. I was privileged to have him for 3 different 200-level classes. He got an A in all 3, of course. And one thing that allowed him to stand out was that although he was very quiet in class, when he would have something to state or a question to ask, it was always something that was very helpful in the classroom, and it would also make me think really hard before I could answer one of his questions. They were that inquisitive. So in summary, I would like to thank Scott for the opportunity to have him in class, and I'm very privileged to give this award to him.
The last presenter for the STEM Division Awards is Terrence Sherlock, and he'll be presenting the Thomas Degnan Chemistry Award.
Hi, it's my pleasure to announce the winner of the Tom Degnan Award. So Ashley Rivera, would you please join me? First, a note about the award. Tom Degnan is a distinguished researcher from ExxonMobil and a longtime founding member of our advisory committee. It's through his generosity I can say that this award comes with a cash check, and because of that, it makes it competitive. So what does Ashley and other organic chemistry students do? Of course, they go to class and they get good grades, but they also make and break chemical bonds. They synthesize and characterize new compounds with some pretty sophisticated equipment that the college is generous enough to provide for us. So it's a competitive award in a rigorous program, and to be recognized as the winner is a true accomplishment. So please join me in congratulating Ashley Rivera.
Congratulations to all of our award recipients. I now have the pleasure of facilitating the awarding of some additional awards as well as scholarships. And first up, I'd like to call Dean Donna Vandergrift, who will present 2 Business Honor Society awards.
It is my pleasure to announce the recipients of the New Jersey Collegiate Business Administration Association Business Honor Society. Our award winners are Amber Steen and Jacob Strang. I do not believe they are here today. Are they? Just checking real quick. These 2 students have ranked themselves among the top 1% of students studying within the business degree programs at RCBC. They have been invited to a reception at the State House in Trenton where they will officially get this award. So we congratulate them.
Thank you, Dean Vandergrift. Next up, I would like to invite 3 women who are friends of our college, who have consistently provided assistance to students moving on, and that is Arlene Spengler, Eileen Quiss, and Gloria Martinez, who will present the Dorothy Brandt Memorial Scholarship, as well as the Mary Ann Tootin Memorial Scholarship. Ladies.
Hello, everyone. I'm a little short. My name is Arlene Spangler, and I am one of the outgoing presidents from the Willingboro branch, AAUW. We work to advance equity for women and girls through advocacy, education, and research. Each year, our fundraising money goes towards 2 scholarships to women graduating from BCC who, for whatever reason, were not able to go to college when they graduated from high school. High school. And later in life, they realized this was something they, didn't do, and they wanted to go to college. So they started a little bit later than most. Our first scholarship award, the Dorothy Brandt Memorial Scholarship, will be presented to Jennifer Lee Herman by our incoming president, Eileen Quiss. Thank you.
Good morning. Would Jennifer Lee Herman please come up to the stage? Is she here? Jennifer, our association is very proud to give you the Dorothy Brandt Memorial Scholarship. Jennifer resides in Williamstown, New Jersey, is that right? So she has quite a drive when she comes over here, too. And she has maintained a 3.83 GPA, and she's going to attain her Associates of Science degree in accounting this spring. When she was in high school, it's very interesting, she was advised that she was not smart enough to continue on to college. But she proved them wrong and has made the Dean's List twice. Jennifer is the mother of 3 teenagers, and that can be a job in itself. And she also works part-time at the Burlington City School District. No, Williamstown. Oh, Williamstown now? Okay, all right. She will continue her education at Thomas Edison State College, and she's hoping to receive a bachelor's degree in accounting and then sit for the CPA exam. Her advice to fellow graduates would be that you're never too old, too young, or too smart enough to start or finish your education. Education is really a lifelong process. So she says, follow your dream to succeed in life and never let others determine what you are capable of doing in life.
Our second scholarship will be presented by Gloria Martinez, and it's the Mary Ann Toutant Memorial Scholarship. And it will be presented to Cami Bauer Hammerquist. I hope I said it right. Is she here? And here she comes.
Good morning. Jennifer Lee Herman, I'm sorry, wrong one. Cami Bauer Hammerquist. She comes from Marlton, New Jersey. She comes with a 3.50 GPA, and she's been on the Dean's List twice. She'll be graduating this spring with an Associate of Science degree in Liberal Arts and Science and a certificate in addictions counseling. Cami graduated high school over 20 years ago, and she also was told that college was not an option for her due to financial struggles. She went on to retail and became a manager. At this time, she knew she needed to go to college for her passion in counseling. She vowed to overcome any obstacle and will be entering the University of Pennsylvania this fall. Therefore, she intends to go and get her master's degree in behavioral health science counseling. She joined the Human Services Club at the RCBC and volunteers for Feeding 5,000. This is a nonprofit organization that helps provide food and basic necessity for those needed in Philadelphia, Camden, and Mount Holly. Camden would advise her fellow graduates to surround themselves with people who encourage them to move forward in their education and their career, and to know that there are no obstacles that cannot be overcome.
Congratulations, and thank you again, ladies, for your consistent support of our students. I have the pleasure of awarding the next award, which is the Fran R. Pliskin Scholarship to Timothy Rodinger. Timothy. This scholarship was established in recognition of the partnership between RCBC and the Burlington County Counselors Association, and their co-sponsorship of the annual countywide college fair and spring job fair. Timothy has met all the criteria for this scholarship. He has a 4.0 GPA, which includes demanding courses such as physics and calculus. He's made the Dean's List all 3 semesters. Timothy will be completing his Associate of Science degree in Computer Science and will be transitioning on to Rutgers University Camden in the fall. Throughout his time at RCBC, Timothy has contributed to his other students by serving as a tutor, and he considers satisfaction of connecting and helping others his greatest accomplishment while at RCBC. He's also a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, which we'll hear a little bit about in a few moments, and he intends to go eventually for his master's degree in computer programming and enter the world of video game development. Timothy, congratulations. Next up, I'd like to call Professor William Whitfield, who will present the New Jersey All-State Academic Team Awards.
Let's keep the applause going for William Whitfield. Thank you. It's not about me, though. Today I'm here to present our 2 nominees for the All-New Jersey Academic Team. Phi Theta Kappa has a national scholarship program, which is the All-USA Academic Team, and each college is allowed to nominate 2 students per campus, and then the top 2 students are named to the All-New Jersey Team, and those students will be honored on May 5th. There is a nice day in Trenton for them, and so they'll get another medal and a proclamation and a chance to meet some of our representatives up in Trenton. And our 2 nominees you've already met, Takeshwari Kamal and Gia Angelina McCarthy. Please come on up. Gia Angelina was selected mainly, again, from the work that you've heard earlier about her work with Contact and her work with the Crossroads programs for the Human Services. And Takeshwari Kamal was selected mainly because of her work with the undergraduate research program, 2 different disciplines, one in chemistry and one in computer science. So these are exceptional students, and it's great that they're getting honored in Trenton on May 5th.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Erica Balt, who will present the RCBC Faculty Association Scholarship. Oh, it will be Professor Jane Yance. Professor Yance, please come forward. Oh, correction. Both Dr. Balt and Professor Yance will be presenting the award. Thank you.
So Jane and I would have fought for it, but we can both come down and present the Faculty Association Scholarship to our dear Mariah Lallo. So come down, Mariah. Mariah is a student in my literature class, and I always look forward to everything that she has to say, whether it's about Ovid or Mary Wollstonecraft or Kesha. And she also has donated a considerable amount of time to our ESL students as well. She participated in our Conversation Partners program for 2 semesters, and so for that we thank her very much. Jane's turn.
Okay. Mariah, who is going on in art history, has been my most focused and directed art historian that I've ever had, but more than that, Mariah understands what art history actually is, and I don't think I can say I've ever had a student in that category before. It's much more about appreciating art than it is about understanding the people who made it, why it looks the way it does, the style, the politics, the history, the religion, the criticism. And I know that Mariah is up for the task of analyzing all of those. And I think that this scholarship will really assist her in doing that in her future career and work. Congratulations.
Next, I would like to invite Professor William Wen to come forward, who will present the RCBC Transfer Scholarship to Stockton University.
I come bearing notes again. Before we start, we did this last year, and I want to make this a tradition. We need to give a round of applause for Emmy for all the work that she does putting this together. I'm often a pain doing things like this, and Emmy takes it all very kind-heartedly and works extraordinarily hard to put together events like this. A couple of things. Our winner this year is someone you've seen a few times, Christine Liddy. And I want to talk about her, but I also want to talk about why I do this scholarship. I am an alum of Stockton. I graduated there in 2006. And I was always someone that, in high school I just kind of floated by. I used to sit in the back of rooms and read Vonnegut novels and be bored. And when I was a community college student, I was just kind of trying to get my life together. And when I went to Stockton, I found family. I found friends. I found people that I am still extraordinarily close to this very moment. I was just down there last Friday, and people that I've known for 15 years, it's not a day has passed when you see them. And I see now our students that are going there, my students. I told the story last year about sitting in an alumni event with a student that had been one of mine that's now a student of my first literature professor at Stockton, and what a moving moment it was for all 3 of us. And now I get to see those students are all now graduating. They're all going to grad school. Some of them at Stockton. Stockton does not have an English master's degree. They're going different places, and to see the other students that I've mentored down there. I work with their career services program to mentor students and see the successes that those students have had as well. It's a real privilege to be able to facilitate RCBC students moving forward to their. But let's talk about Christine too. So I did not have her as a student. Sorry, yeah. Well, maybe sometimes it's me too. Apparently, but look, I can't teach every English class. I'm sorry. And when we put forth her name for this award, immediately people flooded me with positive feedback about her. I literally, people stopped me in the halls. Earlier this week, someone literally stopped me and they were like, "You're giving an award to Christine. That's so awesome!" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I never know how to react to that. But and I've talked to Greg and Mr. Volpe. We're gonna run with that, I think. And all these different people that I've talked to, and Elizabeth and others, and I'm just I'm so moved by everything people say. I mean, it's so rad, and I'm especially psyched that you're going to be part of the Stockton family, because that's what it is. It's a family. It's a family, and it's just so important. And so congrats and whatnot. I couldn't figure out how to wrap that up. I know the feeling. Blue glasses, they get in the way. It's a thing that happens.
Next, I would like to invite Dr. Bonnie Kilpatrick, Assistant VP and Dean of Administrative Services at Wilmington University, who will present the Wilmington University President's Scholarship. Thank you.
Good morning. This is the first year that I've had the privilege of attending this ceremony, which is so beautifully done. And in listening to all of these accomplishments, thank you, this morning, I am truly in awe of the caliber of students and faculty that you have here at RCBC, and I am just thankful that you allow Wilmington University to be a part of this event. So thank you. So on behalf of Wilmington University, I'm pleased to present the President's Award. This award was actually established back in 2008 by Dr. Jack Barcelona, President of Wilmington University, as a way to really thank you for and honor the partnership that we have between our two schools. And this scholarship honors a student who is eligible as a graduate of RCBC, who wishes to continue on their degree, their bachelor's degree at Wilmington University. And this scholarship actually awards a student full tuition for the next 2 years. So at this time, I'd like to invite Joshua Bentham to the podium. So Joshua is graduating with his degree, his Associate of Science in Business Administration degree, with a GPA of 3.56. He's also a two-time Dean's List recipient. And among his many accomplishments, he spends a great deal of time volunteering. And some of the more notable volunteer activities that he's completed are working with the Pemberton Library of Burlington County, Quilts for Kids, and also the Pemberton Senior Citizens Home. So I'm very pleased and honored to announce this year's President's Scholarship has been awarded to Joshua Bentham, and I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Thank you, Dr. Kirkpatrick, and for your institution's friendship and partnership with our institution as well. Next up, I would like to invite Brittany Quintana. Brittany is Assistant Director of the RCBC Foundation, and she will facilitate the awarding of the foundation scholarships.
Good morning. I have had the pleasure for nearly 6 years now to work with our Foundation Board of Trustees as they work so diligently to be able to support scholarships for our students here at RCBC. And we're always so pleased to see how many of our scholarship recipients are present at academic awards to be recognized. And there are simply just not words to express how proud we are of every single student in this room. I can personally say that this event is always enjoyable for me because I've been able to develop strong relationships with many of you as scholarship recipients, but traditionally that relationship stops at email or a phone call, so it is very nice to be able to put faces to all of your names. So I can personally say that it is truly an honor to be able to be here and celebrate with all of you in your achievements. I would first like to bring up Dr. Sandra Quinn, who will be presenting the Athlia Albert Nursing Scholarship.
Nursing is both an art and a science, and Vanessa has embraced both of those sides of her brain. So not only do we take physical care of patients, but we also take care of them emotionally and spiritually. And Vanessa has had the opportunity to do that multiple times on clinical, but this one time certainly stood out for her instructor. So Vanessa, you will be getting the Althea E. Albert Nursing Scholarship. Congratulations.
I would now like to invite up Dr. Jonathan Alexander, who will present the Civility Award.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. I want to apologize. My allergies may attempt to upstage me, so please excuse me. I'm very happy to be here for the 14th year with the very good support of the foundation. Rowan College at Burlington County is honoring one graduating student who has demonstrated a conscientious effort to improve her community and advance the lives of those around her. This year, having been nominated by art professor Jane Yance, I am proud to say this year's worthy recipient is Lisa Sylvester. Lisa, would you join me up here, please? I'm not quite finished. By way of her military service, Lisa emulates three core values. From her Air Force training, she believes integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Although she admits that each plays a valuable role in her philosophy of life, she considers integrity the most important. Lisa is proud to be accused of caring too much and will gladly extend herself to great lengths if she believes her contribution will make a difference in the life of another. Among her worthy activities, her involvement in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program speaks to these principles. Lisa sees clearly the value in respecting opinions and is very careful not to allow personality differences to derail her mission of improving lives. As attested to by Professor Yance, Lisa has helped foster a student culture in her classes that welcomes all in a comfortable and supportive environment for learning and academic progress. In Professor Yance's words, Lisa is a truly caring individual who has a smile for everyone, and sympathy and understanding for anyone in need. She is a woman of great compassion who leads by example and who understands that behind every action or belief is a person who wants to be heard and deserves to be respected. For these reasons and many others, it is my pleasure to present the 14th Annual RCBC Civility Award to Lisa Sylvester. And it comes with a $500 check, signed by President Drayton.
And last but certainly not least, I would like to welcome to the stage Bryna Cedar and Gia Angelina McCarthy to present the Human Services Club Scholarship.
The Human Services Club Scholarship is a very special award because this scholarship was created by students. It is funded by students. The students work all year to raise money to recognize one of their own. And I would like to introduce Gia Angelina McCarthy, who has been up here a few times, to present the award to Marie Blaman.
Each year, the Human Services Club recognizes an outstanding student for their contributions to the college community and the profession of human services. It is my privilege to present Marie Bessman Blaman with the Human Services Club Scholarship for her dedicated service for over 2 semesters as our SGA representative. We believe that Marie will go on to do admirable work both academically and professionally.
Can we have a round of applause, please, for all of our award recipients? Students, your tenacity, your drive, your ability has gotten you where you are today. You've made good use of opportunities afforded to you, some of which we provide here at RCBC, and we know you have what it takes for success in the future, and we look forward to learning of your great successes as you move down the path into your next step, which could be higher education, we hope, or otherwise, and we look forward to learning of your great successes. So congratulations again. We know no one walks their educational journey alone, and there's a couple of groups I'd like to acknowledge before we close. One is our exceptional and outstanding faculty here at RCBC. It is not possible to be around such a group of dedicated professionals without being somewhat infected by their capacity to deliver instruction, their knowledge and their expertise, some of which we saw here this morning throughout our ceremony. So would all the faculty please stand up for a round of applause? Thank you for all of your efforts on behalf of our students. And finally, there's another group of individuals we must recognize. And again, in the spirit of no one walking down their educational path alone, the family, the friends, the support people here in the room, please raise your hands. All those who support our students. And we thank you for all you have done for our students. And finally, to echo Professor Wen's earlier comments, all those who have put this wonderful ceremony together, from the food staff to all the staff and administrators, and especially Ms. Emmy Casa. Emmy is administrative assistant to the Senior Vice President and Provost, which is myself, and she does an outstanding job. Every year this gets better and better, this ceremony, and as President Drayton alluded to in his opening remarks, this is the first time we're here and we're under the RCBC banner and we're in Mount Laurel. So Emmy, very nice job. And this will conclude our ceremony for the students graduating. We hope to see you and all your family and friends at the graduation next month. And everybody, thank you for coming and enjoy your day. Congratulations again.